Bob, is your goal to make the life of Nick Walker hell?
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So Nick Walker being brave enough to post his front relaxed pose, which by the way isn't one of his strongest pose. That shows nothing but his confidence. But him still not showing his quads. That is only making him look more boxy. Now we have seen Nick in a better condition at about 6.5 weeks out of the show. But the thing is, this is their new strategy. He just doesn't want to be ready at 6 weeks out. And that is to retain as much muscle and as much mass as he possibly can. Because the plan this time is very simple. Nick Walker wants to bring back that freak factor. He wants to bring back the mutant. And he wants to bring that size back on the stage. And gone are the days when Nick was trying to fix his shape. And honestly speaking, Nick Walker bringing back that freak factor, the mass monster, that is his best chance, beating both Martin and Derek Lunsford at this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro. Now, I do think that Nick Walker did not anticipate that Derek would jump into this year's Pittsburgh Pro. And he's in a bit of trouble here. Because let's be realistic here. If Derek shows up, anything close to his Arnold 225 look, he's winning Pittsburgh Pro without any shadow of a doubt and getting away with that $100,000 and consequently hindering Nick Walker from getting his Olympia qualification for this year.
Bob,
I'm not going to New York.
are you, Bob, is your goal to make the life of Nick Walker hell? Is that your goal?
Oh,
Listen,
Is that your goal?
just remember, Tarek, listen, hell begins with an H, okay? I just want to point that out. But
and the beef between Nick Walker and Bob Ciccarello, that continues to thrive, as Bob did not miss a chance to take another shot at Nick Walker in the latest episode of the Olympia TV. And the thing is, Nick Walker won't like this comment, because that was the one that really triggered Nick when Bob called him an H-shaped bodybuilder. Now he was also persuading Derek to do the New York Pro as well and collect another
I do have
30K.
to say, Tarek, it has to be, it's right there on a silver platter. You'd be in a no-lose situation. But why not drive over to New York and pick up a title, a ring, and another paycheck in your pocket at that point?
But on the flip side, just imagine if Derek comes in off and Nick Walker wins this thing. The Olympia predictions, they are gonna be absolutely crazy this time. Do not forget that this is Nick's first show with a new coach. So that is also a question mark, whether these guys are gonna be able to nail it 100% at this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro or not. But do let me know what are your expectations from the mutant this time around. Guys, Hosstile just dropped some new merchandise and Mr. Olympia Signature Series. That is also live. And all the supplements, they are also tagged in this video. So use the code FAZI10 to get 10% extra discount.
I do not think you're good for the sport. I think you're garbage for the sport, and garbage as an influencer.
So there is a whole lot of debate, in fact, a whole lot of criticism on Tim Wilkins, whom most of us did not even knew about, or what his credentials are in terms of pro bodybuilding. The only thing we knew is that he appeared on the Primetime Muscle, along with Chris Cormier and Tarek. And I have got to say, what the hell was this guy thinking? Calling out a guy like Sam Sulek garbage. Now, even if he had a valid point, his choice of words, they could have been so much better and so much different. But just because they want, he's being grilled by the entire bodybuilding community for the last 12 hours or so. So his stance was that Sam has over 6.5 million young followers, and he's influencing them negatively by putting out unfiltered content. And for that, he was referring to that kind of food that Sam eats. Now, to the people who do not know, Sam has a very unique and a diverse approach to the diet aspect to eating compared to a typical bodybuilder who relies on just a limited number of food to either bulk up or to get shredded. While Sam eats literally anything, and the man just got up on that stage and he won his pro card. So that clearly works for him. Now, someone should ask him, is there any part of professional bodybuilding that's actually healthy?
I think the Jay Cutlers and the Phil Heaths of the world need to take you aside and say, you got a great future ahead. If you want to see 30, there's some things that need to change. Youth that follow you, and Sam, I care about you. Knock it off. Slow down. I saw him post a video the other day that
That's the thing, guys at 5'7", weighing 300 pounds, that is even close to being healthy. Why the hypocrisy there? Why didn't he dare call out? Guys in the men's open, that they should slow it down. The fact of the matter is, this is how our sport has always been. And we have all seen a positive approach, especially in the recent past, with all these top guys getting their blood work done, taking breaks, taking time off. So I have got to say it was a really bad take. And honestly, 99% of the people, they highly appreciated Sam Sulek winning his pro card, and the fact that it was super good for the sport. Now for the record, Tim Wilkins also admitted that his choice of words, they were very poor. And I'm gonna put that comment here as well. So what did you guys think about Sam Sulek? Is it logical to bash someone for being 100% raw with his audience in his vlogs when he isn't even advising any of those young kids to do what he's doing? Next up, we have less than 2 days out physique update from William Bonac, your most probable Detroit Pro champion, at least as of right now. And as always, the man is in a superb condition and showing his trademark dryness that William Bonac always has. So this isn't the William Bonac that was competing back in 2019 or 2020. If we compare his back double biceps 2 days out versus from a few years back, just the difference in the overall width displays the extent of atrophy that William Bonac has been facing at this stage of his career. But despite all that, the man is still so damn good that William Bonac, if he looks the way he looked at the Arnold this year, he's winning Detroit Pro and he's earning another Olympia qualification and another paycheck. Now it is William's combination of supreme density and mind-blowing muscle maturity that makes him look so different and so wild on the stage. His side shots are still very comparable even against the top guys. And right now all of these other guys can just hope that William Bonac misses his mark or his body gets tired due to a very extended period of diet and he burns out, as William has been prepping since Spain Pro last year, so for almost a year now, and he's gonna continue to compete all the way till this year's Pittsburgh Pro. So that most muscular on William Bonac, that is absolutely insane, and that shows that the man is gonna be bang on target. Terence Ruffin's 10 weeks transformation from 212 pounds to his current physique at 192 pounds, that signifies the importance of putting on a considerable amount of body fat during the off-season, and this perfectly describes why most pros, they have to go through an uncomfortable phase to bring something totally new and something different the next time they step on stage. So Terence took that year off, and as of right now it's all paying off big time in the form of a very complete physique with literally zero weaknesses whatsoever. So we are looking at our potential Pittsburgh Pro champion, even if Mike Sommerfeld is there. So if Terence continues to stack up great days one day after another, I do not see a reason why he cannot become the next classic physique champion. And it turns out, when he said he's gonna be roughly 10 pounds heavier compared to the last time he stepped on stage, he just wasn't making up those numbers. I mean, here right now he's still 7.5 weeks out when this picture was taken, and look how the waist is already non-existent, and this is such an awesome look for this far out. And let's just say he drops another 10 to 12 pounds in the next few weeks. That still means he's gonna be roughly close to 180 pounds on the stage, which is kind of insane because back in 2023 he was just 169. I think we are about to see one of the greatest classic physiques on the stage at this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro, and let's just hope they nail it 100% on the day of the show. So Logan Franklin has decided to start his prep in just 1 week time. Now that looks like a very solid plan. He still needs to qualify for the Olympia this year, and with him being in such a good condition, in such a great shape, it doesn't have to be a very long prep. So he has 3 more pounds to work with before he hits that weight cap for classic as per his stage weight from this past Arnold, and for him to move up the ranks at the Olympia level to, let's say, crack top 6, he needs more back. And yes, I know as per many classic physique fans, he was quote-unquote more classic in the Arnold lineup, even more classic than Mike Sommerfeld, but the judges just did not see it that way. Now it's still a muscle building contest, and the fact is Mike was overpowering him in every angle, especially from the back, and that is why we saw Logan in the clear-cut second place. So an off-season that is definitely needed for Logan Franklin to make some necessary improvements. So his motivation must be sky high right now, because the man just shocked the entire bodybuilding world at the Arnold this year, because he wasn't even top 10 at this past Miss Olympia. And the man ended up placing second at the Arnold, and the biggest reason for that jump was his unreal conditioning. He always had awesome shape, but he just never peaked 100%. So props to him and Patrick Tour for delivering such an impressive package. So the Olympia qualification, that won't be a problem for Logan. But how high can he place at the Olympia this year? So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.